Drift net fishing is the most efficient way to train hunter and fishing at the same time. In this activity, you drive shoals of fish into your nets and rack in a ton of experience in both skills. This only requires 44 hunter and 47 fishing to get started, and there is no XP scaling past level 70. So at these levels, you get the same XP rates as you would at 99. It is mentioned on the wiki as the fastest way to train fishing, and it's on the recommended training list for the hunter skill. The downside of this activity is that you need to bring a ton of drift nets, which can be expensive for mains, and irons will of course have to make these themselves. So this is mainly an activity for unrestricted accounts. Here's what you will need: access to Fossil Island, which is locked behind Bone Voyage, a fishbowl helmet and diving apparatus from the Freeing Pirate Pete subquest, which allows you to breathe underwater. To swim faster, you will also need a pair of flippers. These are a 1 in 64 drop from Mogers, which require the Skippy and the Mogers mini quest, as well as 32 Slayer. Furthermore, your weight has to be lower than 25 kilos, otherwise you cannot swim inside this area. So bring 3 to 4 graceful pieces or other weight reducing items. If you don't have graceful, the polar camo top, polar camo legs, and boots of lightness will also do the trick. For some reason, if you arrive with flippers on and then replace them with weight reducing boots, you can still swim quickly as if you had them equipped. To chase the fish shoals, you will need either a merfolk trident, dragon harpoon, trident of the seas, or trident of the swamp. It doesn't matter which one you bring, they all do the same job: scare the fish. And if you don't own any of these, just buy a Trident of the Seas for 40k from the GE. And finally, you will need Numulite. You get this from various activities on Fossil Island, but you can also just buy them from the GE. It's 200 Numulite to enter for a whole day, but you will need to bring more if you want to bank your fish. In your inventory, bring Numulite, noted drift nets, it's around 120 drift nets per hour, and some stamina potions to ensure you always have your run on. The underwater area of Fossil Island is located below Bank Chest Island. You can take a 74 agility shortcut from the house on the hill, or run to the north of the island and take the rowboat out to sea. Once you are on Bank Chest Island, right-click on the rowboat and dive underwater. Make sure your trident is unequipped and placed in your inventory. Otherwise, you will not be able to swim. Now just enter this cavern and pay 200 Numulite to enter the drift net area for the whole day. Once inside, equip your trident or harpoon and you can switch your flippers for weight reducing boots as well. Then give your noted drift nets to a net and withdraw a full inventory of unnoted nets to get started. Drift net fishing is very simple. We have a small area with 2 spots where we can place nets on either side. Next, we just have to click on the fish shoals to scare them into swimming to our traps. Each net can hold 10 shoals. As soon as it's full, you can either discard, bank, or place the fish in your inventory. If you want to bank your fish, that will cost 5 Numulite each time, or 600 Numulite per hour. This may not be worth it at lower levels, but at higher levels this can help recuperate some of the losses from buying your nets. Afterwards, you can replace the trap and continue tagging fish. So those are the basics. Here are some tips to increase your XP rates. For starters, you should enable the DriftNet plugin on Runelite. This will highlight any shoals you haven't tagged yet. After tagging, their highlight disappears and they are guaranteed to swim into your traps. Don't tag the same fish multiple times. This doesn't do anything and will only lead to poor XP rates. You should prioritize the fish close to the nets as those are most likely to go in quickly and spawn more fish. That's why I have tile markers to mark the 3 areas. To obtain the best XP rates, you continuously swim between the 2 net areas and tag those fish. Don't focus on the middle area unless you have no other fish to tag. The ones in the middle just get stuck behind each other and prioritizing them will lead to worse XP rates. If you don't bank your fish, you can hold escape to quickly discard them and place a new net. Discarding offers slightly better XP rates over banking. Fish shoals will have to be retagged if they try to enter a full net. So when replacing a net, try to block tagged fish from entering. And if you're struggling with your weight inside, withdraw fewer drift nets, as these weigh 1 kilo each. You can also keep blowfish in your inventory, which lower your weight by half a kilo per blowfish. You frequently find these in your traps. And that's all there is to drift net fishing. It's a very simple and great way to train these 2 skills at the same time. Subscribe for more quick guides, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers!